Hello, my name is Dr. Alicia Newsome. I'm a functional medicine doctor, and I am the owner of Body Wellness Institute, which is home of Powerful and Healthy Academy. And what we do is we help women find out exactly what's going on inside of their bodies and then resolve those issues without the use of drugs or surgery. And we do that through customized concierge style patient care. And when I think about what makes us so good at what we do, is it really is our ability to connect with the people that we serve. I remember back when I was in undergrad, I was 18 years old, and here I am in my dorm room. I took all the shoes out of my closet, and then I crawled in my closet, sat there, and I just cried and I bawled. And I just cried and cried and cried, and I felt so much pain, so much humiliation. I had just been violated, and the man who did it just left my house. And I carried that with me for a really long time and didn't tell anyone about it. And I carried that stress and that trauma in my body as well. And this is something that helps me be able to connect to other women, the pain that I've been through, the things that I've healed from. And we are here, the people that work on my team, myself, we're here to serve. And we all have different experiences, but one thing that makes us really different is that we sit and we listen. So people don't come into our offices, or we don't meet with people virtually for a quick 10, 15-minute appointment. We're there, we're listening, we're understanding. We understand that we're dealing with a person in front of us, not just symptoms of low energy or fatigue or menstrual issues or hormonal imbalances, but a person who has had an entire life. And we take a very holistic approach to what we do. So being able to connect and being able to understand is one of our superpowers. So really being in a place where my training has brought me to, being able to learn, being able to diagnose, being able to understand is one thing. So being able to connect with the person, but then also be able to connect the dots. Because what we do is very, very different. We're looking at the root cause of what's going on with someone, and we have to look at everything holistically. So I would say that's our superpower. That's why people come to us, because we know that you are a person, and we have to look at everything that's going on in your life, everything that's going on with your health, and we got to piece it all together bit by bit. We have to think outside of the box. And because of our own experiences in our own life, and because of all of our training, we're able to truly help people and really meet them where they are, no matter what their socioeconomic status is, no matter the letters they have behind their name, no matter where they live. We are there to serve, we're there to connect with them and to truly be able to help them. There I was, I woke up in the middle of the night, I was in pain. I went to the bathroom and I was just bleeding profusely. And I continued to bleed for hours and hours, passing all types of blood clots. I was alone, I was scared, I didn't know what to do. My husband was traveling for work at the time. I called my mother-in-law, she rushed over and took me to the hospital. I continued to bleed, even in the emergency room, sheets covered with blood. Eventually it stopped, and they took me back for an ultrasound, and there was nothing there left. What was once there would have at this time been my 17-week-old baby that was growing inside of me. At this point in my life, I was working for a really high-profile government agency. I was traveling every week of the year, and I was working on some really important things. So I was at a point in my career where most people would dream to be there. They worked their entire life to get to the point that I was in, and I was really out helping so many people in the world. And it also wasn't something that was very fulfilling to me. So although I was helping people, I knew that there was a different path I needed to take, even if it was uncomfortable. Even if I needed to leave, I made good money, there was prestige, there was potential of more recognition and rewards. it was time, and this was my wake-up call for me. So I had some decisions to make, and I decided to walk away. I made sure everything was taken care of and passed everything along to someone else to handle the work that I was doing. And I took about 4 or 5 months and just really focused on my health. And at that point in time, decided I'm going to go back into private practice. And I'm going to spend my life still helping people, but doing something that I'm incredibly passionate about. Working with women one-on-one, listening to them, understanding them, helping them address their health issues, and really helping them transform their lives. So the point is that this was a really difficult situation for me. It was a difficult time in my life, but it really is the miscarriage that gave birth. It gave birth to my life that I've now created. It's given birth to so many things that I always wanted to do, and really my passions, and that each and every day I get to wake up and do exactly what I love. Things are different now, and being an entrepreneur and being in private practice and really creating a team and all of those types of things, it's a different kind of work, but it's something that I love. And the lesson in all of this is really to go after your passions. We only have one life, and we should spend it doing things that we love. You know, even if there's money, there's prestige, there's things over here, we are so much more fulfilled. It's so much healthier for us when we really get up every single day and do what we love. So there I was, it's the middle of the night. My husband has not come home, and it's not the first time this has happened, but that night was different. And what I did was I packed up all of his clothes, all of his belongings. I disassembled our bed, and I took it all downstairs, took a picture of it, sent it to him, and said, come pick up your stuff. I made a decision that night. And just like some decisions sometimes we make, I didn't quite follow through with it for the next year or so. Call it trying to work it out, call it love, call it children are involved, call it stupidity, call it whatever you want. But then a time came and I figured out how to get into his phone remotely. And everything that I was scared of, everything that I worried about, I found it was right there in front of me. There was no denying it anymore. I was working in Alabama at the time. 5 o'clock in the morning, I jumped on a plane, flew back to Atlanta, went to my attorney's office and said, file the papers today. He was served that night. At that time, there was a decision that needed to be made, and it really wasn't all about him. There were so many things that were holding me back from making that move because I was going to become a single mom. There was going to be less income coming into the house. There was so many things I had to think about. Are my kids going to grow up and hate me because I left their father? I just filed bankruptcy. I didn't have any credit. He took the vehicle. We had 2 vehicles. He wrecked one. He took the other one with him. So I didn't even have a car. I'd have to get to work and get the kids to daycare via Uber. And nobody wants a woman that's holding 2 car seats to pick up and take them somewhere. You know, I have to install the car seats, do all of these types of things. So it was hard. It was a hard decision to make. Would anyone ever love me again? Would I find love again? And I got to thinking, okay, I got to keep moving on. Resilience is what kept me going, because even though I was going through a divorce, my kids still needed to eat. They still needed clothes on their back. They still needed to be taken care of. I still had to show up every day for work. Life was not stopping because I was going through a divorce. So I had to keep going each day, putting one foot in front of the next. And ultimately, I created a brand new life for myself and my kids. Created new work for myself. My kids are thriving. They are wonderful. preteens now, doing great. I have an amazing new husband, and my life really just completely turned around. And all of that happened because of resilience. So I'm here to help women who are struggling, women who may feel stuck, women who may not see a way out for themselves, and really teach them resilience, teach them to keep moving forward, show them the next step, guide them, provide roadmaps so that they can become successful in all areas of their life, so that they can be healthy and powerful, and really step into the things that they want for themselves. So for me, it wasn't just a lesson, it's something that I lived. I lived resilience.
It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown. I just want to speak to you, the speaker, or maybe not even a speaker, right? Maybe you're not a speaker, but you have a message inside of you that you want to release, or maybe you have a story, right? A story of your life, a story in your career, or maybe as you're listening right now, you're an expert, right? You're an expert at teaching people how to do something. You're an expert at raising kids. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you had an opportunity to share your message or your story on a bigger stage. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment and what that would mean for you if you could reach your target audience. If you're an entrepreneur, if that target audience got associated to the problem that you solve, or if you're a super entrepreneur with sales funnels out there, not only did they get associated to who you were, but they were able to join your list. Now, for other folks, that won't make no sense at all. But for you, the entrepreneur, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I want to invite you over to something called the Comeback Champion Summit. And the whole purpose of the Comeback Champion Summit is really to do one thing, which is one word, and that is possibilities. That's right. When you get a chance to get on stage, you get a chance to do it virtually, and some of you maybe in person, and you get a chance to share your story. So something deep inside of you. I always say your message, because some of you have a message or your expertise. Then guess what happens? 3 things happen. Number 1, you get to make a difference. And isn't that why you are on this earth? I mean, I don't want to get emotional here, but you're really on this earth to make a difference for someone else. Something has happened to you so it can go through you to someone else. And being able to speak on a platform that provides an audience, it's like having a microphone that allows you to help more people faster. So that's number 1. Number 2, when you're on a platform, I'm going to invite you to the Comeback Champion Summit, you get a chance to have more meaning in the world, to have more impact, and to have more influence. And that's really who we're looking for. We're looking for folks out there who have an interest, want, or desire of serving others. So if that's you, I'm going to invite you to go over to www.comebackchampionsummit.com. Again, comebackchampionsummit.com. Click the button. It'll say apply to speak. Go through the process. And if it's a good fit, can't wait to share your story over at the Comeback Champion Summit or any one of our platforms that serves other folks. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again real soon. See you out.
If I could go back and talk to my 21-year-old self, what would I tell her? At 21, I was moving into my doctoral program at that time. I was buying my first house. I was really busy, going, taking that next move, taking that next step. So I would probably tell her, you are enough. I remember when I was in the 9th grade, one day I was in my mom's bedroom. I brought her my report card. I was super excited, brought it to her so she could review my grades. And math, there was an A. Science, there was an A. Social studies, an A. And then she scrolls down to the bottom and there's a B+. And she tells me, why is this here? I don't want you bringing this home anymore. And I felt pretty defeated. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I always needed to be perfect. And I kind of carried that along in life for a really long time. And don't get me wrong, my mother is my #1 fan. Super supportive, and she was just telling me those things because she wanted to see me succeed. She didn't go to college. No one in my family had ever been to college. My grandmother had a 3rd grade education, so she really pushed me hard. And that showed up in a lot of areas in my life. I kept going. I was always volunteering. I was the president of this club. I founded this organization, this nonprofit, always working really, really hard. Like I say, when I was 21 years old, going into a doctoral program, buying my first house. So I would tell my 21-year-old self, you are enough. You don't have to work so hard. You don't have to be perfect. And if I was sitting on the couch next to her, I would bring her right on next to me. I'd tell her, Alicia, you are enough. In fact, you are more than enough. God has so much purpose for you, and He will guide you, He will lead you, and where you are weak, He is strong. So it's okay. Be you, relax a little, have fun, and know that you are more than enough. So what are we up to? We are really up to transforming the lives of as many women as we can. So let me tell you a little bit about Rochelle. Rochelle is a client of mine, and she came to me. She had no energy. She was tired all the time. She had irregular cycles, hormonal imbalances. She would bleed for many days at a time. She wasn't really able to stay focused and get things done. She wanted to do something different with her career, didn't know what it was. She was currently working as a pharmacist, about 41 years old. And what we did was we ran lab work on her. And that is so that we can find out exactly what's going on inside of her body. We do the right test at the right time and make sure that the tests are complete. So we did all of this on her, did really good subjective questionnaires to get a whole picture of what was going on with her. Talked about what she's struggling with, talked about what she wants to create for her life, what her goals were. And from that, having that information, we were able to customize a plan for her that was very unique to her body and her needs, and completely transform her life from there. So now her energy's up. She doesn't need any coffee, no green tea, she didn't need any backup things, just energy all day long. All of her bloating, digestion issues are gone. Her periods have regulated. They've never done that before. So they've regulated. She's not on any medications. And being a pharmacist, she had the medical knowledge. She knew, what different drugs could do, and some could have different side effects. She also went to Google a lot, trying to figure out what was going on. So we were able to give her answers and give her clarity and give her hope and truly transform her life, even so much that she's now going back to school, has enrolled to learn about functional medicine, and is taking on a new career for herself. And what I want is for other women to have that experience of being listened to being heard, to have natural approaches, to be able to take control of their health, to have clarity, and to really be able to take their life back, to take control of their health and go and move into a new direction, create a new future for themselves. So what we're doing is we are bringing on more doctors like Rochelle. We are training more people. We have interns. We are building out our programs, our content. We are giving away free content that you can find on our social media. We have programs that are customized for one-on-one care with women. And we're doing all of this because it is our mission to help as many women as possible. We would like to help 1 million women by 2030. And we do this through corporate programs. We do this through one-on-one care. And it's all about just expanding. It's about being able to help more people and to help women get answers and find out the truth and get solutions to the things that are plaguing them in their health. Because without your health, you really don't have anything else. You know, you don't have the energy to play with your kids, to perform well on the job, to enjoy your vacations, all of those types of things. So we're really here to transform your life and as many lives as we possibly can. Why do people hire us? Well, let me tell you a little bit about what we do and even what I've been through. That's the main reason, because I've been through what you've been through. So I was 20 years old, going to the doctor's office by myself, and I couldn't even stay awake in the doctor's office in the waiting room. I was knocked out asleep. I was tired all the time, and the doctors couldn't figure out what was going on with me. And that day I went to the doctor. She said, "Oh, your iron must be low." She gave me some iron, told me to come back in a month. Came back in a month, I was still tired. "Oh, you must be depressed." Gave me an antidepressant. Left, did that. Ran some other tests on me, checking to see my stomach. Gave me another prescription medication for that. Went to a functional medicine doctor. You have to be careful there too. You want to make sure it's someone that's getting to the root cause. Told me my hormones were out of whack. Gave me some progesterone. Never looked at why my hormone levels would be off in the first place. And I suffered for many, many years with no answers and no real solutions and nothing that was really lasting or giving me my energy back. And I don't want other women to experience that. I know what it's like to go to the doctor and not feel listened to. I know what it's like to get online and try to figure out what's going on, Googling Dr. Google, and trying to figure out what's going on with your body and not having answers. I know what it's like to just be given a prescription and told to come back in a month or two. And I don't want other women to experience that. So people hire us because what we do is we find out exactly what's going on inside of your body, and we resolve those issues without the use of drugs or surgery. We provide solutions. We provide answers. We provide clarity. Our clients experience a transformation in their health that translates into more freedom in their life, that changes their dynamics in their household. When mom has more energy to be with the kids, it changes things drastically. When a woman has more energy, it changes the dynamics between her and her husband, you know? When we are able to focus and have more mental clarity, it helps us at work. There's so many ways in which if we don't have our health, that we're not really able to succeed in life. We're not able to move forward. We're not able to start that business or move further ahead or get that promotion. So really, people hire us not just so that we can get to the root cause of their health issues. We do all that. They hire us because they want to really be liberated. They really want to be free, and they know that we have the answers, that we're not going to just do the minimal amount of testing. We're not just going to do something based on what your insurance covers. We really, really care, and we're going to do what's best for you because I understand, and I'm leading this company, so I make sure everyone that's working with me and for me that they're doing the same thing, because I don't ever want another woman, another man, another child to be treated the way that I was, for my health to be neglected, to be searching for answers and not have them. So people come to us because we get results, and ultimately we get them freedom. So one thing that I've loved about the making of an entrepreneurial experience, actually there's a few things, okay? So one, I've just had a fabulous time. It's full of good energy, good people. For me, I was really nervous coming in, and just the environment that was created for me and everybody else that has been a part of this is just allows you to relax, allows you to be authentic, allows you to just be yourself, connect with your audience, connect with the people that you work with. So that's been amazing. It's been extremely professional. So I love that, just from the beginning of, getting ready. If you choose to do makeup, that's an option for you. And just everything from you walking in, the lighting, the studio, it's very, very professional, and that the people here really care. So everyone's here to help you succeed, to help you move forward in your business, and just to go higher, to be greater. And that's really sensed here. And I've had such a wonderful experience. I want to keep going. I'm finished now, but definitely something that I would do in the future. And if you're considering doing it, if you're on the fence, I would say do it. Go ahead, make that investment in yourself, in your business, and in your future clients.
Thank you so much for watching the Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries. I just want to take a moment to talk to you. That's right, you that's watching right now. You the mom, or maybe you're the dad, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, or perhaps you're an auntie or uncle, but you're someone out there that has a heart to give, you have a heart to serve, and as you're watching this Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I've had some life lessons, I've had some setbacks, I've had some experiences, I've gone through some things that have helped me become a better person, and I want to take that and I want to release that to other folks. Okay. Maybe you're a speaker and you're already doing it. Maybe you've written books and you've already done that. Or maybe the story that's inside of you, the expertise that's inside of you, the message inside of you, this is the right platform for you to make a bigger difference and a bigger impact in the world. Now, this whole Making of an Entrepreneur DocuSeries, if you had to sum it up in just one word, and it's kind of hard to do that, but as I'm talking to you and you're listening right now, you might be saying, Shay, what's the one word? And the one word I would say is just legacy. Legacy. There's a legacy I understand that you want to leave for your family, and I get that. But there's also a legacy of your knowledge. There's a legacy of your expertise. And think about this. You're able to share your message or share your story or share your expertise. And long after you're gone, they still have a window into the soul of who you are and the impact that leaves behind. If that's you and you someone that's want to get the information, you're someone that's ready to do something bigger than just your business and bigger than just making more money, but you want to have more meaning in the world, do me a favor. Go over to www.themakingofanontrepreneurdocuseries.com. I know that's a long email, a long address, but I want you to hear it again one more time. themakingofanoentrepreneur.com. Now, when you get there, just put your first name and your last name and your phone number and information in there. Worst case scenario, you have a meeting with the team and decide, hey, me being a cast member, this isn't a good fit, but I had a lot of fun. Best case scenario, you decide to take a step. Folks understand your backstory, understand what you've been through, and the world is much better off while you're here. And when the day comes and you decide to transition and move on, it's still doing very, very well. So with that being said, I just want to pop in. Thanks a lot for watching the Making of an Entrepreneur series. My name is Shay Brown. I want to encourage you to continue to watch, and I'll see you at the next episode. God bless.